Let's just watch this video clip.
Tattoo. So I'm wearing one here on my arm.
Wait, do we have
Here.
a camera to get a...
This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. Now, let you hold it. Would you like to hold it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So this,
You guys see it?
this pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. It also has what amounts to an inside-out potato battery. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte,
How's it do it?
and they power it up, and the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, it's really true. So what this means is that becomes my first superpower. I really want this superpower. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower, like I want that. This is not science fiction. This pill was actually made by a company called Proteus, and they've developed it for medical applications. That pill has been CE stamped and cleared by the FDA. You can take 30 of those per...
You can take 30 of those a day. Tom, is this a crazy late or is this like legit?
So I got to make sure I get all my facts right on her. So I brought my cheat sheet too. So this lady is the real deal. Her name is Regina Dugan, right? Remember her name? You can Google her, check her out. She, this way how I would define her. You have smart people, you have geniuses, and then you have super smart geniuses. She falls into the super smart genius. So her name's Regina Dugan. She worked for DARPA. She started working for DARPA, which is what the defense, I wrote this one, things I had to cheat on. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. So for the U.S. Defense Department, all right? In other words, these are military projects that she works on. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. She started working for DARPA in 1996. From 2009 to 2012, she became the director of DARPA. Now, I know some people that have worked for them. They are indeed dark projects. Again, these are military projects. Okay, now check this out. 2009, 2012, director of DARPA. She oversaw a budget of $3 billion researching everything from hypersonics to RNA-based vaccines. This is 2009 to 2012. That video you just watched, 2013. That's a 10-year-old video. The things that we hear about now, I mean, this is crazy. There's military projects 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. The video was 10 years ago. So, okay, now there's more to this woman. She was a senior VP of Engineering and Advanced Technology with, you ready for this? Facebook, Google, Motorola, and who knows what else. And I'll get back to that in just a minute. She also is a distinguished alumni of mechanical engineering, Caltech, from Caltech, which is, I mean, this is a brainiac. So she's behind the scene 10, 15 years ago, developing projects for the military that have to do with Myrna technology. These are military projects. And then what's happened with, and most people don't know this, with Facebook. I'll just use Facebook as one example. So Facebook was essentially created under her watch. She started with DARPA in 1996. The Facebook that you see now. What happened was DARPA recruited this guy named Mark Zuckerberg. They realized here's a smart guy. He's developed this on a campus. Well, under her watch, they were looking for something. They had all this, how do we get information out of people that we need? They created this system for Facebook to use. The intention was exactly what Facebook does, to get the masses of the people to joyfully surrender all of your information. And you do. Family pictures, where we are on vacation, here's our home, look at our children. You got pictures from every different angle, right? And that's just one of them. Then you go into Google and you'll start to realize, wait a minute, these are all government ops that are operating. You start looking at it and going, okay, there are some very dark sides to all of these things. So in my message, with the puppet strings, you start to see, okay, there's a lot of things that are going on here that people, for the most part, we are absolutely oblivious to.
Yeah.
And again, she was with, she's been in this tech world, developing these things, making sure they get implemented, overseeing DARPA. She's not a dummy. She's not some crackpot in a video. And again, that video was 10 years ago.
So what you're saying is that they have information on everybody that's watching, listening, and
Yeah, yeah, you think?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
Well,
you think of all the
you know,
videos we
seriously,
do, right?
seriously. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and it's, people tell me all the time they're doing everything they can to not be tracked, so I don't have a smartphone, I have this and that. Listen, you were born, you got a birth certificate. Your mom started taking you through the doctor's office. Those records didn't disappear. They're all accumulated. I mean, we get into the record keeping that is really unbelievable. But it's a whole nother.
yeah, I was checking some government stuff just this morning on stuff that we did, paper, the old, remember how you used to fill out forms and there was all paper? And I'm checking out this government agency, and it's got information on me on paperwork that we did years and years and years and years and years ago. And I'm sitting going, wow, they've got all of that inputted into the system.
That's scary, isn't it? It's
It
kind of
is.
freaky when you look at it and you see
Yeah.
yourself. I won't Google myself because I'm afraid what I'm going to find out about me.
I already have, and I'm scared.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.